Hello. Thank you everyone for being here today. I'm Amy Millstone. I'm the Associate Athletic Director of Strategic Communications for CSUN Athletics. We'll get started in just a second. I will introduce things and thank you first of all to everybody watching on the CSUN Sports Network on our live stream. The way that this will work is Coach Theus will say a couple of words, Kobe will say a couple of words, and then we'll take questions at the end. That's about it. So to get things started, here's Coach Theus.
All right, great. First of all, it's nice to see everybody here in the Matadome. The one-of-a-kind, unique blacktop. Dr. Martin has done a phenomenal job in this building, making this building as nice as it possibly can be. There's been a lot of good things happen in the locker room, and I think that it's just scratching the surface of where we're going. I also want to acknowledge my staff. I want to acknowledge Jeff Tyler, my assistant coach. Stand up, Jeff. And where's Scott? Scott, are you in here? Scott, stand up. These two guys, Jeff Tyler and Scott Summers. Scott is my basketball operations guy, and in the last 3 months, these guys have been real soldiers because we've done a lot of things to our program, and I think that just commend them. I can't thank them enough for the work that they've put in the last 3 months or so. I've got two new guys. Will Kimball over there in the corner over there, and Marvin Adams. Both two new guys. We're expecting a lot of things. Got a lot to live up to, guys. Just want you to know that. One of the things I want to say is that I feel good about the team that we had last year and the guys we have coming back. It's a team that won the most games since 2011, and we swept three conference opponents: Long Beach State, UC Riverside, and UC Santa Barbara. So I think that this is the makings of a situation where we're looking to get back and back where this team's supposed to be, and that is the NC2A tournament. So I'm excited about that. This is a very exciting day for me. I want to share the expansion of our CSUN family. This is a family that is focused on building a legacy. And that starts off with a young, exciting group of recruits that will be playing this year. And then, of course, our newest matador, Kobe Paris. I think he's going to help us get the reality of this legacy. This is the type of recruit, this is the type of individual that we're always seeking out. And I think he's really putting us on the right track. Kobe has endless potential. His ceiling is so high. We've watched him get numbers in many FIBA events. He even won an international dunk contest. So he's extremely exciting. His athleticism is off the charts. And it's something that I think our fans are going to really enjoy over time. Watching Kobe play and catch the ball in the wing and get to the rim. I even watched Kobe a couple of years ago at AAU tournament. He was playing for a very high-powered AAU team, Compton Magic, and many nights with that high-powered team, I thought he was the best player on the floor. But one of the things that I think is more important and stands out to me the most is he went through some adversity, and he went through some things that weren't real good last year for him, but he kept his composure. In the midst of this adversity, he had great character. He became a great teammate. And that really is how you measure a man in many ways. I tell my players all the time that character wins. And this is something that Kobe has done, going back to his playing days at Middlebrooks Academy, and also through his college, a couple of years in his college. So at that point, I want to tell everybody that I'm really proud to have Kobe here. I'm excited about the fact that he's chose our school to come play for, that I get to coach this athletic, talented, solid individual, and that he's bringing his character and his skills to our CSUN family. And I want to welcome Kobe. I want to let him know that we really appreciate him. His official CSUN jersey that has his name on it already. And again, that was done very quickly because Scott was on his job. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I just want to thank you, Coach, for everything. And first and foremost, I want to welcome everyone here, and I want to thank everyone for being here today. You know, first I want to thank Coach Reggie, Coach Jeff. Also want to thank the coaches, Coach Will Kimball, Coach Cott Sumner, and Marvin Adams. It's been hard for me the past couple of years, just like what Coach said. I've been through a lot of adversity, but, you know, my head's still high, and I'm pretty blessed that Coach Reggie took a chance to take me in his program, and I'm excited. I was interviewed earlier, and I told him that I watched some of the games last year, and I was pretty impressed with the team. And I know this year, even though I'm not playing, they're going to do very well. And, of course, you guys are going to see me the sideline, going to cheer my teammates on. And I'm pretty excited to be a Matador. You know, I've been offered way before, and it was still in high school. You know, Coach Jeff was watching my games, and he's seen me play already, so I'm pretty excited. And it's just a new beginning, and it's very humbling for me to be in front of you guys and to say that I'm happy to be a Matador. So without further ado, I want to call that special someone who's inspired me to be the basketball player I am, and that person who motivated me. So I just want to call my dad to say a couple words to you guys.
Thank you. To Coach Reggie Theus and to all your coaching staff, I would like to thank you so much for the opportunity that you've given Kobe and for wanting him to play here. And, you know, being a basketball player also like me, I'm really proud for what happened to Kobe, for playing and not only following my footsteps, but, you know, going beyond that. And it really makes me prouder when coaches like Coach Reggie Theus, a legend in the NBA and in college, wanted him to play for you. And I would like to thank you again for that. And all I can say is that he's all yours. I will not interfere in anything. And again, thank you so much. Thank you.
I have only one question. So at what point did he start beating you, or can he still beat you?
You know,
it's not said that he can actually beat you.
yeah, well, you know, when people ask me in the Philippines, is compared to your game, is he better than you? And I always tell them he's way better than me. But I'm just, you know, better looking than him. That's, you know, it's always like that.
That's great.
Yeah, and one more thing is I always tell him that, you know, it's not being here in a good school, here in Cal State, Northridge, it's, yeah, you're here because of basketball, but you know, just make the most out of it. You try to do well in your academics also, and you know, this is a good school. Yeah, so that's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Now we'll take a couple questions. I know the first one is going to go to Nick over here. So if before you ask a question, you could please say your name and your affiliation.
Well, Kobe, wanted to say welcome to CSUN, and my name is Nick Booknager. I'm the Sports Information Director with men's basketball, and the first question I wanted to ask is, what makes CSUN the right fit for you?
I think it's the right fit just because, just like I said earlier, I've been recruited not just like a couple months ago, but ever since high school, and I just believe it's the right fit just because it's been a couple of years for me to decide to go here, and Coach Reggie's still showing like he wants me a part of the team, so I think that's what made me really want to go here, and I'm just really excited to be here. You know, it's not an everyday thing. Someone gets a second chance in life, and I'm truly honored and blessed that you guys, you know, the staff, gave me a second chance to be a part of such a historic program, so I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
Nick, I tried to recruit him out of high school also, So you have to persevere. You just hold on. You keep recruiting no matter what goes on. Because when it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Hello, Kobe, Coach Reggie. Steve Angeles from ABS-CBN, Los Angeles. So we know he has to sit out for a year. What's the plan going to be like for this year that he has to sit out because of the NCAA rules? Like, what will he be doing for this year? I know in a couple of weeks he's actually going to France as well.
You know, as he's a red shirt, he'll be able to practice. He'll be able to do anything that we do on campus. And he'll be a part of our team in every way, except he won't be able to travel with us. Well, he can travel if he drives his own car, because if he gets there on his own, he can come sit on the bench. But outside of that, he's going to be able to do everything that we do as a team. He just will not be able to play in any games.
Mark Wicker from the LA Daily News. Kobe, you mentioned adversity. What were your expectations when you went to Creighton last year, and why, when you look back on it, did things not work out the way you wanted them to?
Well, as a freshman, I expected to play a lot. You know, I had meetings with them, and in practice, I showed my best. I gave them 110%, but you know, I was just unlucky enough not to be able to play, and we had a strong lineup of older guys than me. So I just think that coach really believed in the older guys instead of he did in me. But when I look back, I think, you know, everything happens for a reason. So maybe me not playing just made me, just like a coach said, my character just showed what character I have. And even though I wasn't playing, you know, I was talking to the other freshmen, and I was telling them, like, even though I'm not playing, I'm going to cheer for my team, just because I'm not here to be just a single player, to be like the best in the team, but to be a person that like I can go through with the team. And the team went through a lot of adversity, if you guys didn't know, and just me personally, I'm the type of person that the team goes to for any advice, just because I've been through a lot as well. So I think just not playing, to go with not playing, you know, it happens for a reason. I can't really answer why I didn't play, but that it is what it is.
This is Eric Sondheimer from the LA Times. This is obviously your second time around in Los Angeles. You just came from Nebraska. You must like Los Angeles. Can you compare the two and what you're looking forward to?
Well, I went to high school here. I went to Middlebrooks Academy and Cathedral, so I've been local in LA a lot, and I fell in love with it. So going to Nebraska, I just took a chance because of what didn't happen in my first college, but it didn't work out. So going to LA just felt right for me to come back, and with the help of Coach Reggie, I know that I can do way better than I did last time I was here. Well, it's just the vibe, you know, if you go, yeah, there's a lot of Filipinos here. So when I was in high school, if you ask Coach Middlebrooks, like the gym would be packed with a lot of Filipinos, and I really appreciate their support. And it's not just in LA. When we went to San Diego one time, I didn't even play because I was injured, and they still had a ton of Filipinos. So I was just really happy that even in LA, the Filipino community is still supporting me. So that's one thing that I really appreciate. And since I was in high school, you know, I was 16, I didn't really understand why I had this much following, but, you know, I'm just blessed to have it at this age.
Lydia from Philippine News. I really don't know who is more good looking, but judging from your popularity in the Philippines, famous actor, so many fans, when is your next teleserye? Who will you be with?
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot. Yeah. No, actually, it's they canned the teleserye thing, so they're supposed to show it middle this year, but I really don't know if they're going to show it or maybe last part of this year. Thank you, ma'am.
Kobe, I know you've probably been asked this many times, but how well do you know, or do you know, Manny Pacquiao, and what's he like as a basketball player?
I knew him very well just because my dad was best friends with Manny Pacquiao, and he was a part of his team a few years ago. Basketball standpoint, I can't talk about that just because I haven't been with him when I'm playing, but it's just funny to me because like he can be everything. He's like a real life Tony Stark. You know, he's a billionaire, he's a governor, he's boxing, like he's a coach and a player, so that's not something you see every day. But he's a great guy, that's all I can say, and I know him really well just because of my dad, and you know, I haven't seen him in a while, but I'm excited for his next fight.
Beth Harris, AP. Reggie, Kobe's had such a small sample size in terms of playing at the college level. So what do you think that he specifically is going to be able to bring to your team?
Well, as I said earlier, he's a tremendous athlete. He has a great character, and is someone that's very hungry. And sometimes when you get transfers, when they have the right type of character, they come in hungry. And I got the sense of talking to Kobe that he was very hungry to prove what he could be as a college basketball player. I think his ceiling is extremely high. But the one thing I do know is he's an exciting player. I know we have an extra 800 seats up top that he might help put some people in those seats, so that would help us also. But as a basketball player, I see him as an energy guy. He's got a great IQ, and it's somebody that wants to be better. And he came here to CSUN because he felt that I could help him get better. And that was a tribute to his understanding of what I could do. I kind of played his position. And, he wants the knowledge, and that's what I really see. I think that from the start, on paper, he'll be one of the most athletic players in our conference. And I'll go to the bank on that one.
Kobe, what are your plans this summer as far as playing? Do you have summer leagues or anything you're going to play in around?
Next month I'll be competing for my national team in a 3-on-3 World Championship in France, so that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And I guess this August there might be something called the SEA Games in Malaysia, so I might be going there as well to represent my country. But as far as goes summer ball and games, I'm not really sure what I have yet, but hopefully there are tournaments I can join.
I know that obviously your fame has preceded you. Could you give us an idea of what it's like when you are back home, walking down the street, or any special precautions that you and your family have to put up because of your celebrity?
Well, it's hard for me every time I'm back home just because everywhere I go there's a lot of people who ask for pictures and autographs, but at my age I'm just pretty blessed to have that, and anyone would want to be in my position to have this fame, but I'm pretty humbled to have it, and I don't really talk about my fame and stuff like that all the time just because I know that people just want to live a regular life. But for me, I'm just pretty blessed to have it. And in the Philippines, I think when I was home a couple of weeks ago, I was just at home just because I couldn't go out. There were a lot of people expecting me to go out to the malls and stuff, but I just stayed home to stay away from like the pictures and paparazzi. But it was great. I haven't been home in 2 years, so I just spent it with my family.
Is there, Kobe, is there a little bit of a relief then when you're here in LA that, obviously there's all kinds of famous people here. Can you move around and just be more of a regular person?
Yes, ma'am, I could, but here in Northridge, there are a lot of Filipinos as well, and especially in LA. So it's kind of the same, but a little bit more, the people are more conscious and they respect my space. But yeah, there's still a lot of people who ask for pictures and stuff like that, but it's a part of my life now, and I can't take it away, so I'm just happy to have it.
Kobe, going back to your days on the Compton Magic, who did you play with, and what do you remember about those days? And Reggie, just from your viewpoint, what was it like seeing him with that caliber of talent, and how well did he stand out?
Well, for me, it was taxing because I was looking at players I probably couldn't get. So it was really tough, actually. But you recruit everyone. And if you ever notice, we offer, if we like someone, we offer. And then we recruit the heck out of it. I said earlier, the energy that he plays with on the floor, one of the things I think he has to become a more consistent shooter, and that's something we can work on. We'll spend a lot of time in the gym working on that this year. But his energy getting to the rim, you have to be who you are. And his style of play fits the way I like to play anyway. Because if you ever watch our teams, we like to take it to the rim. We want to get to the free throw line. Take three-pointers if we're a good three-point shooting team, but if we're not, we're going to the rim. So his athleticism and the way he plays fits exactly what we like to do. But watching him play with the other players, I mean, I think he had 2 or 3 guys that went to UCLA, and a couple of guys went to other high major schools. There were many nights that I watched him play, and he was the best player on the floor.
I've been to a lot, because I was with Compton Magic, my AAU. I was with Coach Miller-Brooks and Coach Jeff. So I was playing with a bunch of different Compton Magic teams. I was with the 16, I was with Team Bayless, and I was with the 17 under. So the experience was really great just because it was like the best kids from California playing in one team. So I just appreciate that Coach was saying I was the best in the team. But what I really bring to the team is energy, and I'm a really supportive teammate. But when it's my time, I know that my teammates respect me as well. So it's just a give and go type of thing when it's in Compton Magic. It's a family back in Compton Magic. So shout out to Atope and Coach Miller Brooks for giving me a chance to play for them.
Alan Zinsmeister, who's our CSUN Sports Network broadcaster, couldn't make it today, but I understand he's watching right now. He was dying to ask you a couple of questions. Who do you pattern your offensive game after? Is there anybody in particular? And also, do you consider yourself a defensive stopper?
Well, with my athleticism, I believe that I can be a great defender. I'm not content with any of my game right now, so I can't really picture myself or who I copy my offense with. I just go with what the coaches tell me. So I think my offense is what Coach Middlebrooks wants, what Coach Reggie wants, because I'm a coachable type of player. So I'm not really going to look up to the NBA guys and be like, oh, my game's like LeBron or Steph Curry, because a lot of kids do that. But for me, I just play my game. I don't really want to tell people how I play, just because I learn from the coaches. So just like when my dad tells me, when you're in the court, the people who are like your parents are your coaches, so you need to listen to them. So whatever the coach tells me to do, that's what I do.
This is one of the reasons why I think he's such a great get for us, is because I think probably 90% of the athletes you ask that question to, they'll all have an NBA guy that they want to emulate. And the key for coaching is to find what makes you the best player that you are and do the things that you do best. And that's what he's saying right now. He's not talking about something that, I had a player once tell me that, Coach, you have me in this box. And, I'm the only, my box is too small. He says, LeBron doesn't have a box. I go, that's not true. LeBron's box is just this big. So I just, again, it goes along with the attitude and his character of Kobe and the work ethic, and he's hungry. He has things that he wants to prove, and I think that is exceptional, and I respect that.